Alright y'all, I'm going to show you the pots, the peat pots, and we're going to unpack them. This is already open. And on the inside we have 45 of these lovely pots here. And the beauty of them is they're nice and strong and really good quality. And this flag is also biodegradable, it's oxo biodegradable. What comes in there is planting tip guide as well as your labels. The labels are also great because they biodegrade, so you won't have plastic laying everywhere in your garden. And they'll last for sure a few weeks before you start planting. Now, going over the guide of how to plant and how to use these pots. So, number one is in order to avoid algae growth so that the planter still looks good just like this. This is a monstera that I'm growing in here, and as you can see, the roots are growing out of the pot nicely, and they'll start breaking through, as you can see there, roots. And the pot looks good and strong and still because it's not overwatered. So it's super important that you don't overwater the pot. You also have nice aerated mix inside so that it drains well and doesn't saturate and hold the water for too long. And you want to be sure that the pots stay mold free by keeping them in an area where there's good air circulation and gets nice sunlight, obviously for the plant to grow really well too. And the plants will normally, and the pot will normally dry quickly if exposed to the sun. So you want to keep a balance of like how many times you water a day if it's in a very hot sunny area so that they stay moist on the inside. And the wooden labels, when you're planting with the wooden labels, put the label right on the edge between the soil and the pot, and then the label will last longer. If you put it directly in the soil, it can start biodegrading within a few weeks. If you put it on the edge, it will last longer than that. Okay. Perennial plants like a monstera, you could actually plant the pot with the perennial plant because it will grow through this no problem. Annual plants, I suggest pushing the bottom and popping the whole plant out of the pot and then just planting the plant by itself. And then they take the pot, cut it up, or reuse it if it's still good and strong, or just put it into the ground and it'll decompose with your plants. Sometimes I'll put it around the plant as a compost cover. Start your small seeded plants rather than in this pot, unless it's a big seed like say a sunflower. Let's say you're doing like kale. Start that in a smaller pot, let it grow, and then take that and put it into this pot. You'll have a stronger, more viable plant that way. And use a good slow release fertilizer. I use A24 when I'm growing these plants, organic, and you can get this from my website if you want. And you'll be able to grow your plants very healthfully, and they'll do well within this pot. So I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a review or feedback if you really enjoy this pot. Thank you so much.